I think we actually might have just seen the worst call in the entire history of sport. And, like, this is a shock that it is actually not DiJonai Carrington committing a flagrant foul. DiJonai Carrington got flagrantly fouled.
With under 2 minutes left and the game hanging in the balance, chaos unfolded between Dallas and Golden State. Janelle Salon's missed three-pointer set off a scramble for possession. DiJonai Carrington, reading the play perfectly, backed off to let the ball roll out. It was a savvy, veteran move until Tiffany Hayes came barreling in full speed and flattened Carrington from behind. The collision was brutal. Bodies hit the floor, but the whistle didn't go the way anyone expected.
DiJonai, DiJonai, you're always in a dirty play. DiJonai, DiJonai, once again, here we are today. Oh, DiJonai, DiJonai.
The referees called the foul on Carrington, despite her being stationary and clearly out of the play. Gasps echoed from the crowd. Even rival fans were stunned. The moment froze the arena. It wasn't just a bad call. It looked like an alternate reality where rules meant nothing, and that was only the beginning.
So the ball gets swung. Janelle Salon shoots the ball. It's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out. So DiJonai Carrington is just shielding the ball out of bounds. She's just shielding the ball out of bounds, as you do. And Tiffany Hayes tackles her to the ground. Tackles her to the ground.
Because what followed wasn't support, it was silent. In most cases, a foul that egregious would have triggered a firestorm. Social media would light up with outrage, players would speak out, and analysts would dissect the replay frame by frame. But this wasn't any player, this was DiJonai Carrington. And the response wasn't outrage, it was celebration. Comment sections filled with laughter, not concern. Posts labeled it karma. Memes mocked the moment. Even fans who usually call for fair officiating stayed quiet.
Does not look nor play like she's 35. Okay, she be bringing it to them girls each and every night. She got that, acting like that face harness, okay, like to protect her face, her eyes, her nose, whatever that is. She be look like a dominatrix to me. I'd be like, bro, who is that? She looks like it's giving scarecrow or like a black raven vibe, okay, like a hawk. Like she looks like a bird of prey, okay, and that's how she plays. She plays like a bird of prey, while the other girls in the court are just worms to her. Okay, they are bird food because she'd be cooking and eating everybody.
It wasn't because the foul was justified. It was because Carrington had spent the season earning their contempt. The silence spoke volumes. She had built no goodwill, no benefit of the doubt. The foul wasn't seen as a mistake. It was seen as payback. And when the league's most controversial player finally took a hit, nobody flinched.
Will not. Of course they're rescinding the fouls. That's what this league does. All right? Look, people can tell the difference between physical play and dirty play. And now there's a laundry list of evidence. Look, at this point, DiJonai Carrington should have been suspended, fined multiple times over. Of course they won't. Now we're gonna hit you with a flagrant, and then behind the scenes we're cool. We're going to rescind the flagrant.
The backlash didn't come out of nowhere. DiJonai Carrington's reputation had been building for months, play by play, foul by foul. It started with a jab to Caitlin Clark's eye during a nationally televised game. No flagrant, no fine, not even a warning. Then came the hit on Skylar Diggins-Smith, who was left struggling to get back on her feet after a shot to the head. Still no meaningful action from the league. In the same game, Gabby Williams rolled her ankle after Carrington crowded her landing space. Another dangerous play, another pass. Fans took notice. The message was clear. Carrington played by different rules, while others were punished for far less.
And was able to draw a foul. I'm like, what is this? I mean, she almost deleted freaking DiJonai. I thought, like, I was really gravely concerned for DiJonai Carrington's life and health. I'm like, did y'all not just see Tiffany Hayes just throw her body up against her and slam her to the ground? This is crazy. Literally slammed her. DiJonai Carrington got pushed into a freaking old white man's lap because of Tiffany Hayes jumping on her like she ain't got no sense.
She skated through every incident. The league didn't just ignore the warning signs, it stamped them with approval, and the silence only made her louder. What happened next didn't feel like a bad break. It felt like the scales finally tipped. For months, DiJonai Carrington had dished out contact with no consequences. This time, she barely moved and still got hit with the whistle. Fans didn't rush to her defense, they cheered. The phrase instant karma trended across platform. Posts flooded in. Now she knows what Caitlin's been dealing with. Poetic justice, and she had it coming. The foul call may have been wrong by the rule book, but it hit different. It symbolized everything the league had ignored for too long.
Tyler's going down for a fast break layup. DiJonai winds up and smacks her across the head, and Skylar is on the ground having a hard time getting up. But this was something where people are saying, okay, DiJonai, this is happening a little bit too much for my liking. These hard fouls, these reckless plays are happening a little bit too much. And I want to show you guys one more play that was also in that game that actually injured Gabby Williams. Now, if you watch here, Gabby Williams is going up for a little mid-range jumper. DiJonai jumps to try to block her, and she comes down to where Gabby Williams doesn't have enough landing space. So she lands in her landing space, and then Gabby Williams rolls her ankle.
The backlash wasn't about one play. It was about months of frustration finally boiling over. And for the first time, Carrington wasn't the one delivering the punishment. She was on the receiving end, and no one wanted to stop it. That single whistle didn't just change a possession, it shifted the momentum of the entire game. Dallas was trailing by 3 with under 2 minutes left. The play should have given them the ball, a shot at tying it up. Instead, the foul on Carrington handed Golden State an extra possession, and they capitalized, stretching the lead and sealing the win.
It is Dallas ball. But do you know what another referee called? Do you know what another referee called? So one says it's Dallas ball. Another referee, as you can see right here, Salon miss, Valkyries rebound. Apparently Tiffany Hayes got the rebound, and DiJonai fouled Tiffany Hayes. Apparently Tiffany Hayes got the rebound and got fouled by jumping on DiJonai Carrington.
Fans were livid, not because Dallas lost, but because the loss felt rigged. The optics were terrible. The league's inconsistency didn't just hurt one player, it altered a playoff race. Carrington's reputation wasn't the only thing at risk. The trust between fans and the sport itself took a hit. When games are decided by whistles instead of play, people stop believing the results matter. And this time, that disbelief had a scoreboard.
That call on DiJonai when Tiffany literally flew over her, wild. And then if you saw Paige's face when it was like, I think like 55 seconds left on the clock or something like that, and the coach was like giving them the next play, bruh.
This wasn't a one-off mistake, it was a symptom of something bigger. WNBA officiating has faced criticism all season for inconsistency, missed calls, and uneven discipline. But when a player like DiJonai Carrington receives protection for months, only to be hit with a phantom foul in a pivotal moment, it exposes the cracks even further. Fans aren't confused, they're angry, they see a system that punishes some and shields others.
So once again, DiJonai Ratchet, as Carrington is back at it again, being the dirty player that she is, man. So now we're pulling players to the floor by their hair. But what did we tweet earlier this week, everybody? Y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I'm so over this narrative. But I just play hard as and I just make a play on the ball, and I'm tired of people calling me a dirty player.
A disciplinary process that downgrades flagrant fouls without explanation. A league that rescinds punishments quietly while public trust erodes loudly. When chaos becomes predictable and discipline feels optional, fans stop respecting outcomes. And if the league can't enforce basic fairness, the damage goes beyond one game. It threatens everything the WNBA is trying to build.
Is this? Look! Pulling players to the floor by their hair is not making plays on the ball. This is not basketball. WNBA, when is she gonna get fined, suspended, or kicked out of the league for this reckless behavior? This is the 4th incident. The Lynx incident, taking out Ariel Atkins, taking out Skylar Diggins, and now the LA Sparks. When is it gonna stop, man? When is accountability gonna be taken for her being the dirty player and ratchet that she is?
And this moment lit the fuse. The fallout wasn't just about what Carrington did, it was about what someone else didn't. Caitlin Clark had every reason to retaliate after being poked in the eye by Carrington on national television. She didn't. No post-game meltdown, no social media rant, just composure. She defended Carrington publicly and moved on. That moment helped define Clark's reputation as a leader. Carrington took the opposite route. Faced with criticism, she doubled down. She mocked narratives, posted cryptic tweets, and played even harder, often crossing the line.
Doesn't matter how many times DiJonai Carrington wants to get on her social media and want to claim that she's the victim and that she's not a dirty player. the league has rescinded fouls. Yeah, the league's rescinding flagrant fouls on you because it's run by a bunch of cowards. They're flagrant fouls. They're dirty plays. They're trashy plays. Someone's going to get very physically injured. At this point, DiJonai Carrington, forget about it. You won't beat these allegations.
One player absorbed chaos and earned respect. The other stirred it up and lost control of the story. Fans noticed. That contrast stuck. So when Carrington got hit with the worst call of the season, sympathy didn't come. Instead, it felt like balance. One star rose by showing restraint. The other fell by ignoring the cost. The bad call against DiJonai Carrington wasn't an isolated failure. It was a reflection of everything the WNBA has let slide. When a player becomes more known for controversy than talent, and the league refuses to act, this is the outcome. Fans don't rally, they turn away. They stop believing the league protects the sport, and instead believe it protects chaos. Carrington's skill was never in question. Her rise was earned. But talent doesn't erase behavior. And when the spotlight flipped, there was no support left. That silence, that applause after a bad call, was a warning. Not just for Carrington, but for a league struggling to define its standard. If justice only shows up when it's ironic, credibility won't last. The WNBA's next move matters. Like, subscribe and comment. Has the league lost control, or is this the moment it starts fixing what's broken?